Hi, good afternoon. This is John Bach with Elite Credit Solutions. I'd like to ask you before we get started for three important things. Please like this video, click the bell at the bottom so that you can be notified of all my videos, and please consider sharing this with your friends and connections. The title of today's video, I want to talk to you about discrimination. What if, what if you had blue eyes, you were black, white, Hispanic, a certain classification? Maybe you had white hair like myself, but what if, we'll just keep it simple. What if you have blue eyes? And you were told by the government that because you had blue eyes, that you had to pay high interest rates, you had to get turned down for loan applications, you had to pay um, high interest rates, high insurance premiums. Maybe you got charged high deposits when you go to make a financial decision or you go to purchase something. Maybe you were told just because you had blue eyes, you had to suffer in all those scenarios for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you could do about it. You would be super hot. You would be picketing out front. You'd be writing letters to your congressman. You'd be writing letters to to your editor. You'd be on Facebook, running wild in all the groups and making comments, and you'd be one, excuse the expression, pissed off cookie, just because you had blue eyes and you were being singled out basically because you had blue eyes. You know, that's discrimination. That's not allowed. Now, let's think about that in credit terms. Um, we already know that about 95% of America has errors on their credit report. That's a given. That fortunately is good for my business because people will always need to correct the errors on the credit report. But some people, our credit laws allow you to get one free credit report each year, and you can get that report at free or annualcreditreport.com. Annualcreditreport.com. I'll put these links down below also. I send all my customers to a different site. It's called creditchecktotal.com. It's owned by Experian, and you pay $1 for a 7-day subscription, and you have to downgrade it within 7 days. And most of the time, you can get all three credit reports. You can review them, see the scores, and let's just say you go in 2 or 3 days and you downgrade it. They no longer let you cancel, so you downgrade it to a free option, and you can go in there as often as you want and review your free credit reports. They'll update it. The free option updates once a month, and if you pay each of the bureaus have a program that you can pay roughly 20-30 bucks a month, and you can get constant updates. But there's different levels of awareness or programs that you can subscribe to. I would suggest the annualcreditreport.com option that's free, or the creditchecktotal.com. There's 1,000 different places you can look at credit. You can look at. There's a lot of free apps out there. I don't subscribe to any of those options. I don't think most of them are any good. Um, there's a very popular free one that I think about 90% of America has on their phone. I won't suggest them by company, but most of my customers have found them to be wrong, and they're not in the business to provide you free credit score, free and accurate credit scores. They sell financial solutions to financial institutions. And the reason I say that, let's say when you get to 600, you get a little message that you qualify for a Capital One credit card. And I'm just using them as an example. I'm not handling Capital One. Um, and that particular institution is an advertiser to that app. That's where you're getting that message. But I have clients that will insist they'll be angry almost because it's a free app. I say it's not correct. Yeah, but it's free. It's not correct. It's free. But my point to this video, getting back on track, is go to a reliable source. Um, don't subscribe to all these things out on the internet that's free. I suggest to go to one of the two locations I tell you, and at least look at your credit. Whether you call us or not, at least look at your credit so you know why you're being held accountable. Now, if you look at your credit and you say, okay, I messed up a year ago and was behind, and I have 500 score, and you say everything looks great, then at least when you pay high insurance and high interest rates and can't qualify for a house, and you have to, your refrigerator breaks down, so you got to go to, the weekly buy here, pay here places, rather than going to the great price places. When you have to make all those decisions based on that report, at least you're in a position to know that you messed up a year or so ago, and that's why you're being penalized. But don't just sit at home and not look up your free credit information. See if it's correct. See your score. Um, and another reason you don't want to do that. Every other day, we read that some major corporation has had they've allowed some of our data. They've had a data breach. We had Equifax in the end of 2017. We've had some big companies. I want to say Amazon, Capital One. Most of the major companies have announced that they've had some form of data breach. So there's a pretty good chance that the bad guy has your information at some point. So at this point, we can't protect ourselves from all those major corporations, and our system makes us give our social security number probably more than we should. So at least go online, check your report, check your score. And if you're willing to just live with what you see, then that's fine. If you want to hire a great company that can work hard for you and in a short amount of time improve that financial and credit picture, I'd be grateful to earn your business. My name's John Bach. I'm with Elite Credit Solutions. I'm the owner. We're based in Tampa, Florida, and we do business all across the United States. You might also find interest. We get about 90% of our business by referral. That means when the phone rings, it's a realtor, mortgage broker, friend, relative, past client, neighbor. Um, very seldom does someone accidentally find us, but we do. We've got over 100 5-star reviews on Facebook. We're getting a considerable amount on Google currently. So we are getting some people that have just Googled us. So that number has lowered a little bit, but for the most part, when our phone rings, it's someone in those categories have told them to give us a call, and I'm very grateful for that referral and partnership. So the lesson to learn today is don't allow discrimination on yourself and your family. At least go find out what the score is, find out what's on your report, and choose if you're going to do something about it. If you're not, at least you are being aware of what you're being held accountable for. Thanks for your time. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so that you'll be reminded of our future videos. And don't forget to share our video on social media, uh, Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and some of those platforms. I'd be grateful. Thank you. Have a great weekend.